Hi, my name is Carolyn Andrew and I'm a director of the Masterson Institute in Australia, and I'm here again to tell you about our conference in October this year in Romania. In 1988, the late James Masterson wrote a book called The Search for the Real Self. The book was an instant hit with the public, and the New York Times put it on the bestseller, the top 100 bestsellers of the 20th century. In that book, Masterson clearly described the sort of problems that people have that make them want to reach out for help, and the origin of these problems, and how these problems can be resolved. All of these problems in this book, Masterson claimed, had to do with people having a poor sense of self, or problems with self-esteem. Now, Masterson was no self-help guru. When he died in 2011, he was Emeritus Professor of Psychiatry at the Cornell University Medical School. He'd been the founder of the association, the American Association for Adolescent Psychiatry, and he had set up nationwide training programs to teach therapists how to work with these problems that he claimed had to do with sense of self. What is self-esteem? See, many people believe that resolving problems of self-esteem can be achieved by, for example, teaching patients to set out their goals and then achieve them, or by correcting negative distortions in thinking and feeling. And although some of these ideas are important, they don't do justice to the complexity of what we call problems with sense of self. What Masterson revealed was that all problems which had to do with self-esteem can be traced back to developmental problems in infancy, where a child's own real self is not getting the sort of attention and support and acknowledgement that that child needs in order for the self to grow. Problems with self which are not addressed usually emerge in adolescence, and if they're not resolved then an adult is forced to carry them until they are resolved. Part of the problem, I believe, is that many therapists, if they don't have a clear model about what self-esteem is, don't know how to recognise the problem in self-esteem when a patient turns up for help. It's all too easy for therapists to be confused by the massive detail that comes at them when someone reaches out for help. Our conference in October in Bucharest is aimed at helping therapists, first of all, identify what we mean by real self. Secondly, understand how problems develop in infancy. And thirdly, in a very practical, hands-on way, learn how to help patients resolve these problems at the core. Our conference is in Bucharest, in Romania, October the 4th to 6th this year.